Cardi B may be a familiar household name, but her rise to fame might be unfamiliar for a lot of fans, and definitely those who aren't huge fans as well. The 27-year-old hip-hop artist may be recognizable for her public altercations with Nicki Minaj, a rumored foe in the music world, or for her vines and memes that went viral at the beginning of her career. However, here are the highlights of the last 9 years in Cardi B's life that undoubtedly played a role in her rise to stardom. Cardi B was born in 1992 and grew up in the Bronx. At the age of 19, she worked as a stripper in New York to escape an abusive relationship and to save money for college. By the time she was 21, she had saved $20,000. She quit the profession 2 years earlier than she had planned when she was 23, and she also dropped out of school. In 2013, buzz began surrounding her name as her Instagram rants went viral, both on Instagram and Vine. In November 2015, according to Cardi B's official website, she made her musical debut on Jamaican reggae fusion singer Shaggy's remix to the single Boom Boom, alongside fellow Jamaican dancehall singer Popcaan. 1 year later, in 2016, KSR Group released a compilation of collaborations with underestimated artists such as Hood Celebrity, Swift on Demand, Cashflow Harlem, Josh X, and Cardi B. 1 month later, she was featured on the digital cover of Vibe magazine's Viva issue. Between 2015 and 17, Cardi was a regular face on VH1's reality TV show Love in Hip Hop New York. She was known as the Regula Degula Schmegula girl from the Bronx. Her personality made her a quick fan favorite in the show's 6th season, which boosted her name even more than before. She left the show after 2 seasons after announcing she was going to focus on her music career, and some of her co-stars didn't believe she would make it. Before we get to the juiciest part of Cardi B's rise to fame, I think this is a great time to ask you to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. It really plays a huge role in being able to create more content. Also, there's a really cool fact towards the end of the video, so make sure you stick around so you don't miss it. Cardi made her music video debut as she dropped a homemade video to her single Cheap Ass Weave. The next Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 1 was a 13-track mixtape. Arguably, the project's most memorable track is Forever. Cardi would release a second volume in 2017, which would land her a deal with Atlantic Records a few months later. In early 2017, Cardi became a guest star on BET's Being Mary Jane for an episode in the show's 4th season as the fictional character Mercedes. She also partnered with Max Cosmetics and Rio Uribe's Gypsy Sport for a New York Fashion Week event. Around the same time, Cardi opened for the hip-hop group The Lox during their Filthy America It's Beautiful tour, alongside Lil' Kim and Remy Ma. In April, Marc Jacobs sponsored the ID's AZ of Music video, which Cardi was featured on. It was announced in May of 2017 that Cardi had been nominated for BET's Best New Artist and Best Female Hip-Hop Artist awards. Though she didn't win either award, losing to Chance the Rapper and Remy Ma put her name in the spotlight even more. She did perform for the awards after-party show, though. Rumors began circulating that Cardi and Migos rapper Offset had began dating. They released a song together called Lick, and they were photographed sitting next to each other at the Super Bowl in February. The couple kept fans on their toes for months, dropping hints on Instagram and in interviews. They basically made their relationship official at that year's Met Gala, but all along they'd secretly gotten married in September of 2017 at an intimate ceremony. In October, Offset proposed on stage in Philadelphia, and she accepted, despite having already been married. That same year, Cardi B dropped her first single, Bodak Yellow. The track hit the Billboard Hot 100 chart in July, and she made history as the first solo female rapper to hit the milestone since Lauryn Hill's 1998 with Doo Wop That Thing. She was nominated for 2 Grammys for that song. She also performed the single at the VMA's pre-show that year and presented as well. She was invited to Rihanna's Diamond Ball, which was the clear indication that the newcomer to the scene had received the stamp of approval from Riri. In 2018, Cardi B's success in music continued, despite doubts from the haters when she and Bruno Mars dropped a collaboration and performed Finesse at the Grammys. Around the same time, she became more involved in fashion, like her tulle skirt at that year's iHeartRadio Music Awards, where she accepted the award for Best New Artist. Thank you very much. Fans began to speculate that she was pregnant. In April, her first studio album, Invasion of Privacy, came out despite her fans' ideas that she would be just a one-hit wonder. Her album debuted at the #1 spot on the Billboard 200 chart. Soon after, she performed her single Be Careful on SNL in a tight white dress that revealed her obvious pregnancy. Cardi B became the first woman to have 3 #1 singles on the Billboard chart, and her album was Apple's 5th most streamed album of all time, and it also had 100 million streams on Apple Music in its first week. Other accomplishments of hers in 2018 included being named one of Time's 100 most influential people, performing at Coachella in April with G-Eazy, Chance the Rapper, 21 Savage, and Kalani, and an invitation to the Met Gala. She also opened for the VMAs and was nominated 12 times, taking home 4 awards. She also performed her single I Like It at the AMAs. However, in July, she and Offset welcomed their daughter Culture Kiari Cephas into the world. But one of the most memorable moments of Cardi's career up to this point was the altercation she had with Nicki Minaj at the Harper's Bazaar Icons September Fashion Week party. Cardi claimed Minaj had been spreading lies about her. According to Cardi, in an interview with W, she said it started when Minaj liked and unliked a tweet that criticized Cardi's mothering skills. Minaj denied this. In the interview, Cardi said, "I was gonna make millions off of my Bruno Mars tour, and I sacrificed that to stay with my daughter. I love my daughter. I'm a good ass fucking mom." So, for somebody that don't have a child to like that comment, so many people want to say that that party wasn't the time or the place. But I'm not gonna catch another artist in the grocery store or down the block. Cardi was escorted out of the venue by security after the fight in a torn gown, a bump on her forehead, and a missing shoe which she had thrown at Minaj. In the legal battle that spread into 2019, she was again escorted out of a building in New York. This time, it was a precinct. Cardi turned herself in for allegedly ordering an attack on a couple of bartenders at a strip club in New York. She believed the 2 women were sleeping with Offset. For the incident, she was charged with 2 misdemeanors, assault and reckless endangerment. She pled not guilty in June of 2019, but the lingering rumors and paranoia of her husband's disloyalty didn't go away. In December 2018, Cardi announced on Instagram that she and Offset were getting a divorce, claiming they fell out of love. But they were still great friends and great business partners. Offset's response to the split was, "Y'all won." Nonetheless, Offset tried to win Cardi back by interrupting her Rolling Loud festival performance in LA with a cake that read, "Take me back, Cardi." Fans' reactions were mixed. Cardi took him back, and they've been together ever since. In 2019, Cardi was nominated for 5 Grammys and went home with the award for the Best Rap Album. She also performed Money at the ceremony. That same year, she broke record for all-time attendance of 75,580 people at the Houston Rodeo, beating previous record holder Garth Brooks. She was nominated for 21 Billboard Music Awards and won 6. She was also nominated for 4 VMAs and won Best Hip Hop Video for Money. Cardi re-entered the world of television when she landed a Pepsi commercial that aired during the Super Bowl in 2019. She's also made her film debut with J-Lo, Lily Reinhart, Keke Palmer, and Constance Wu in Hustlers, and relived her days as a dancer in the role. She teased to Ellen DeGeneres that there's another film in the works. In an interview with E! News, Cardi opened up about her experiences working as a stripper in her younger years. She remembered feeling inadequate to other women working at the strip club when she saw them have more success than her and earning more money than her after a full 8-hour shift. You just always wonder, like, what is it that she's doing that I'm not doing, she said. What is it that I don't have? Everybody thinks it's about how you look, how you can be the baddest bitch, but it's because you don't have the game. It's all about how you make a man feel. She recounted how working at a strip club saved her. She worked at an Amish market before her career switch and was living with her ex-boyfriend in her mother's house. She said she was never able to make up to $300 a week despite how many hours she worked, so she was never able to afford even a room to rent. She was fired from the market, and that's when Cardi sought out work at the strip club across the street. "I felt so ashamed the first couple of months," she said. "I would cry after work. I could only imagine how embarrassed my parents would be. The image of my mom and dad would come in my head when I would give lap dances, but then the money started coming in." Though her music career took off, Cardi was still becoming extremely clever when it came to fashion. She spoke at Vogue's Fortune of Fashion conference and also attended Paris Fashion Week. She spoke about the fashion industry and the way it works, saying that it doesn't matter how many awards you have. If you aren't styled right, you are not going to get an invitation to fashion shows. In 2019, the rapper trademarked her iconic phrase, "Okar," was trademarked so it could be used for clothing of all kinds. Shockingly, according to Perez Hilton, Broadway starlet Laura Bell Bundy did this months prior with the intention of giving all proceeds to charity. A judge is yet to rule in favor of either women's petition. In May 2019, Cardi collabed with Fashion Nova for the second time. The FNX Cardi collection brought in $1 million to the brand in the first 24 hours. In recent news, Cardi has voiced her support for the anti-racist protesters and looters during the recent Black Lives Matter movement. She has hinted at entering the beauty business. As of now, Cardi is enjoying her time with Offset and their daughter. She has mentioned she's planning another album as well, but for now, she seems to be quite busy with her day job as a mentor on Netflix Rhythm and Flow.